Previously, on the adventures in Wildemount, you began in Allfield, where kindness wore fangs, a false temple, a serpent cult, and a ritual that tried to pry open a god's mouth. You carved through warrens and chanting halls until the fifth star bled and a gate yawned. A brother chose sacrifice over damnation. The music's loud. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit. All right, sorry. The road north didn't stay quiet. You turned a goblin raid into a reunion instead of a pyre. A caravan smelled of cinnamon pies and oiled steel. In a windmill, two Vulcan inventors, Scratch and Sniff, tried to glue the weave back together with Skyfire, and you helped shove their escaped motes back into jars. You left with odd potions and a nagging sense the world's seams are fraying. Then the Empire smiled tightened. A citizen patrol asked the wrong questions in the right tone. Burnt wagons, a sigil Ray couldn't forget. And under an old roadside inn, you found the mask ripped off, a Cerberus Assembly black site. Residuum veins in the stone, a containment ring blown outward. Notes on arcane gates, arrays that insisted the problem wasn't out there so much as underneath. The requisitions were careful, the initials in the margins even more so. A project overseen whose reputation precedes him in certain libraries. Oh my god. Noisy. Okay. Okay. When the trees went wrong, you followed Rot to a druid's glade. Eldon asked you for help, as you held the line through waves of saplings and dryads, as panthers and bears had also assaulted you, before a treant opened its eyes and remembered the world. But not everyone stayed on the road between the glade and the city. One voice in your chorus stepped aside, quietly, without drama. Some departures are pauses, not endings. Which brings you here. Dust in your teeth, rumors in your ears. Elianins found bleeding in alleys, careful killers, blind witnesses. Subutai has rehearsed this report 100 times. Volo has practiced a speech for a reception that will never happen. Ahead, the plains shift into stone and banners. Zadash rises, walls, warrants, and watchful eyes. Inside the Cobalt Soul's archive, the Tri-Spires doors, quiet chapels where ravens gather, and people who will want what's in your pack. Behind you, the wind carries a chill like a memory of winter, and a traveler steps onto your road, drawn by the same fracture in the weave. Not yet a face, not yet a name, but perhaps soon. The bell begins to toll. Carts queue, papers are checked, the gates of Zadash, iron-ribbed and sun-carved, swing wide. What you do next will be remembered, as I will pull you guys to the gates. As you arrive, it's dusty. It's about getting later in the afternoon as you see arriving at the gate a kind of heavier set man and a more clumsy looking one who looks like his gear doesn't perhaps fit him. As you guys arrive at the gate. Next, please. Names, business, and whether any of you bite.
Could you please say that again? I did not quite understand your dialect.
He hands you a little sheet that's got it's like a clipboard with some questions on it. And the first question, here, I'll just send him to the chat. Oh. Da, 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 da. So they ask you names and places of origin, the purpose of your visit, how long you expect to stay, if you have any goods to declare, affiliations, arcane use, just quick things of that nature.
Is it like a format that we'll have to...
No. I mean, this is just, you know what I mean? We're just role playing this. It's not like when we did Velaki where I had forms for you guys.
It did remind me of that.
It's kind of the same process. These two seem to be a little bit clumsier and maybe not as veteran as the others, but they are just kind of checking people as they come in and out.
I'll fill in truthfully, setting the one and only name I've known for me, which is Khan. And my place of origin would be the Temple of the Elements of the West. Goods, what do I have? a couple of adornments. I wouldn't specify that these are like magical earrings. I'll just say like they're adornments for myself, including the period of health. I'll only say is like jewelry. Then my personal
Okay.
belongings of my backpack and my loyal companion.
You look like adventuring type. Are you here for the tournament?
What?
What tournament?
The victory pits. There's supposed to be a tournament in a few days. Lots of your type coming from all over.
The victory pit. And do you happen to know what the reward for the winner?
Well, can't say, but people are saying that Brigman has quite a bit of gold in this game. Yeah, I heard he's got at least 1,000 gold on it.
Who again?
I don't think that. They say that he goes by Mr. Brigman. That's what they know him as, and yeah.
Mr. Brickman. That's a code name if I've ever heard one.
Well, we are on a business with the Cobalt Soul, and I would say it's quite urgent. I mean, here's my papers. Would you kindly tell us where the library is?
It's just inside. You're going to want to head to the Interstate Sprawl, and it's just off to the west.
Off to the west. Thank you. While visiting this lovely town, do you have any special places you recommend us going? I mean, we would need lodging and perhaps some other places, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what you mean. But I have a few places I like to go to. The Leaky Tap's one of the inns that we like. There's a couple that are... depends, I guess, more on your station in town. A couple bathhouses. Anything in particular?
Well, we got a bar and a few more. Did you have any certain stores to gather resupplying? We might
The
be
Pentamarket's got a bit of everything. You'd be sure to find something there.
Pentamarket.
The Pentamarket.
Are there 5 shops in there?
There's quite a few, more than 5.
And what would you say is the likelihood of us getting, jumped in the street, or do you have the criminals in control, or any shady part of the town we should stay out of?
There's definitely some shady people around here. If you are out in the outsteads at all, we try to keep our guards out there, but that's definitely more the lowlier parts of town, where we're not as able to keep as close an eye. Yeah, that's the slums, the ghetto, the poor. Yes, but they're still part of the town. We try to keep an eye on them.
And what are the beautiful towers that sticks up in the middle of the city?
Tri-Spires.
Yeah,
Do you want to know about them?
Yeah.
specifically?
Yeah.
There's the Triumph Chime.
I've seen the spires from afar, and I mean, I don't know what they are.
There's the Triumph Chime, the Zarber Spire, and the Constellation Bridge. Those are the 3 main towers. The Zarber Spire is the middle-most tower, and it's also the largest.
So now we know the name of the spires, but what are they? Are they part of the castle? Mage's towers?
little bit of everything. One of them is known for the Sorceress Academy. Some of the high wizards train there. There's gambling and some. A little bit of anything you can get in, but the Tri-Spire is a more noble place. You would definitely need to look a little bit, and he kind of looks over all of your group, a little bit nicer if you wish to go in there. Yeah, you might need a bath.
Well, we've been on the road. This is not...
Hey, I didn't mean anything by it. Just saying.
Yeah, okay.
We actually haven't been there. I haven't myself. I'm newer to the Crown's Guard myself. That's why I'm watching the gate.
So with this, the Dwendalian Empire and the Crown's Guard, how many strong are you to defend this wonderful city?
That's a really good question. I don't have like a specific number. It's
If I was the enemy, I wouldn't dare attack.
I mean, you can tell it's an impressive host of Crown's Guard that seem to be throughout the city.
I've paid the tax.
What happened with that card and that tax?
Oh, you can see one of the other guards are kind of going over the wares and checking over what's coming into the city itself, making sure that the goods pass through and are actually applicable by the laws of the town, making sure no contraband sneaking in.
That there's no, contraband or blackmailing.
Yeah. Because these two guards are kind of talking to you, but there are about 6 that are currently at the gate.
And we are coming from down south, and on our travel we found an abandoned old Dwendalian outpost. You don't happen to know what it might have been, or what the purpose of it was?
They barely tell us what's going on in the afternoons.
That's
We're not exactly the highest ranking people in the Crown's Guard.
And whom would be?
Well, if you were to go to the garrison or the keep, you would certainly find... His name, he tells you, is Ulrich Seintin.
Ulrich?
Yeah, he's the commander.
The commander, you said?
Yes.
Commander is with 2 M's, right?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Here, sorry. I'm bad about sending the actual names.
Damn, I almost got that perfectly.
Well, you got any other questions? Just building up a line.
Oh yeah, we have a few places that we don't know where they are, and the most... we're looking for the invulnerable vagrant. Do you know?
He tells you that's also going to be a little bit off the Pentamarket. It's not in the main center, but kind of off, basically, one of the streets of it. It's super close.
Wonderful.
And he tells you, where at.
Do you sell city maps in here?
Oh, I don't. There's certainly going to be a couple stores that do. He tells you
Okay.
about wares and inns, which is it's kind of the general store, but it's also a pawn shop of sorts. It's in a corner of the Pentamarket. Sorry, I'm not blowing off the questions. I have a shit ton of stuff in Zadash, and it's obviously I don't have it all. Like I thought Velaki was a lot, but holy cow, man!
Okay. But where would, being my first time here, where would you suggest that I start to find a map of the city, a place to stay for the night?
The Pentamarket is gonna have majority of that. A lot of
Okay.
the inns and things like that are more for shoppers or consumers, are going to be kind of near the outskirts of that. There's certainly inns and things scattered about. Like, well, you don't have a map yet, so I don't want to show you the city. But once you see it, you'll be like, "Holy shnikes!" Okay,
What time of the day is it?
it's about noon. Well, it's
Noon?
1 o'clock now. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's, okay, so the clock is accurate. All right, I say let's go to the market, let's find some lunch and a place to stay, get our bearings.
Okay.
Olo, have you ever been here before?
I've been here a few times. I was actually supposed to meet a proprietor at a certain place at an inn. Didn't he say the Leaky Tap he was supposed to go?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, well, let's see if we can find our way there.
Okay. So, as you guys come into... Oh, whoops, I swapped the art. Anyway. You enter into the gates of Zadash, and you see now the walls behind you, like a mountain of stone, as the gates creak open. You're swept into a living tide of noise and color. The main road pours into a broad square, thronged with wagons, hawkers, and the scent of fresh bread. Horse sweat and burning pitch. Overhead, banners in crimson and gold ripple from the ramparts, marking crown guards posts at every street corner. The cobblestone gleam with wear, polished by generations of boots, hooves, and cartwheels. Everywhere you look, the city breathes. A line of farmers haggling with grain factors, a street preacher calling out the Dawnfather's blessing, a cloaked scribe scrawling notes as they walk. The avenues climb steadily upward, and as you can see, Zadash is alive, pressed in on itself, watchful and hungry. As you
I
guys
haven't-
head in... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I haven't seen this much activity since I spent a few days in Wardan.
Cities are lovely.
I would disagree. I don't like the bustling. It makes it harder to focus and meditate.
Well, I'm glad I didn't tell you anything about this when you wanted to go to the library.
Is the libraries are meant to be quiet? Are you telling me it's like this?
Oh, inside the library? Probably not.
Ah.
But you guys head in further. As you are walking down the street, there's many people that are abound. But eventually you pass through a crier, and you can hear him. Hear ye, by decree of the crown. The ground tournament at the victory pits begins in a few days. Champions from across the empire and beyond will vie for crown and glory. Wagers to be sanctioned only within the pit by licensed bookmarkers. No outside betting. Further, be warned, the Black Flow Tangle remains under repair after the collapse of a sewer tunnel last week. All trade throughout that quarter is to be redirected. Any unlicensed entry will be treated as trespass under Crown law. You hear him, he goes on. And by order of the Tri-Spires, the disappearance of Lauren Vaynard, noted patron of the Zadash, remains under investigation. A reward is offered for information leading to his safe return. All reports to the Crown Guard garrison. Lastly, citizens are reminded to report all strange magical phenomena, including sudden lights, sounds, or temporal disturbances, to the assembly observers at once. These are not omens, nor are they excuses for righteous behavior. Or riotous.
So there's a couple of things I would like more detailed about that. Like, who's the name of the guy that disappeared?
All right. Yeah, there's
Ragnar.
I will send you what I have.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and here he is.
I thought you were going to show Lauren Wagner.
Oh no, I mean,
That's the crier.
I'm assuming that the crier wouldn't have probably wanted posters or something like that.
Lord Vaynar, patron of Soberspire.
But as you guys are in the city, you can see that it is more people than on one corner. There's more people than all of Allfield probably had. There's merchants, you see little kiosks or little vendors. There's people trying to pawn things or just people going about their every day to day. But as you guys get into kind of the breaking off point where the city kind of meets in the center, you can tell that you're now at the Intersted Sprawl. As you look off to the west, you see kind of a smaller tower than the center towers that are in the Tri-Spires, but you get the sense that this is possibly the Cobalt Soul that were told about. But you can tell that northwest of that is going to be where the Pentamarket is, if you guys were headed there. Is that what you guys are doing? Just going to find that where's and ends?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Question, I guess. For the people who are here, is it more of like a separation of the affluent? Is it a separation of rich and poor? Because, like we said, because the towers, like, do we see any rich people where we are, or is there like an inner city and an outer city?
Yeah, where you guys are at right now, kind of in this Intersted Sprawl, where these melting pots kind of in the middle being mixed, it is kind of a collaboration of everything. You get the sense that this is probably the more middle class of the city, or the people that go about their day to day, whether they're working, shopping, just trying to make ends meet, or some of them are going to inns or the bathhouses or the other various things. But yeah, you do get the sense as when you guys first came in, these kind of cities that you had seen on the west and east side as you had made your way towards the more central city, though that area looked a little bit more run down. It definitely wasn't as built up as these more centralized homes. And you can tell that even further in up north that it gets even nicer and more affluent.
Okay. My other question would be like, I know there are guards at the gate and they're kind of like checking stuff, but are there a lot of guards throughout the town here, or are they kind of sparse?
There's a lot of guards that seem to be like more on the central streets. A lot of the back alleys or side roads, there's not as many guards. You see that the ones that are together are more grouped up. It's very rarely a guard going by himself, but it does seem to be a pretty heavily guarded place or militarized, as the police do seem to be watching it. But with a city as large as this, it's hard for them to police everything. You get the sense of that even just being in here, just the scope of it, despite the amount of Crown's Guard you've seen. Yeah.
Now, guys, I'm not thinking of this so I can rob somebody. I'm just trying to make sure that we don't easily get jumped, because people have tried to kill Leonids and not trying to get stabbed in a back alleyway. That's not.
Yeah, no, definitely keep your wits about you. Like, that's... We need to be careful while we're here.
Stay alert in the wilderness and stay more alert with this many people around.
Mm-hmm.
How does this compare to Port Damali then?
Well, this is bigger than Port Tamale.
Ah.
But I mean, but still, I suppose a similar vibe because it is a large city. But there are a lot more traders. There's a lot more activity, I believe, being a port, and a much larger visible military presence.
That's I would say one of the major differences. They are similar in size, but that is a big part of it that you notice, I would say.
Leads the way, Macy.
All right. Eventually, you guys arrive on the northwest part of town where you see various stalls and shops kind of set up. Merchants seem to be... I mean, some of them have kiosks or little things on carts and wagons, but you can tell they kind of more staples and larger shops. It's kind of like the mall where you can see that they have stalls or actual buildings to put their wares. But as you look through this first kind of central area, you don't see the shop you were looking for. But as you look through like a little crack between a couple of the buildings, you notice that it's hanging there. You see this sign hanging up that looks like it's the shop that you were told about. And as you arrive in there, you see that it's tucked into the corner that Pentamarket is. It looks like a place where treasures and trash have kind of washed ashore. But you see a hand-painted sign that says, I know it says Calypso shop, but it reads wares and ends. And the windows are kind of cluttered with a manner of odd objects, oversized boots, dented copper helms, porcelain dolls, just kind of all sorts of things. And even from the outlook, you get this smell of like old musty book. It's like when you walk into a secondhand bookstore and it just smells of dust, leather, and kind of like candle wax lingering in the air.
Is anyone at the counter?
Yeah, at the counter, you come up and you see this kind of chubbier looking tabaxi. You get the sense as a female. It's got some feminine features. It's got kind of bluish fur with these orange spots going around its body, and the center of its chest kind of is got this pink on it, but you see it's covered up by this blouse, and around her it's it looks like it's handmade dress, but it's definitely seen some finer days. And she's got glasses on that are kind of down at her nose, and as you guys come in, hello, welcome in to Wares and Ends. What can I get you?
Hello.
I think we met your cousin over in Alfield, or maybe brother. Well, it was an acquaintance anyway.
Really? This is a family member I've not heard of.
You have not?
No. But please tell me, I might have to go and see about a family reunion.
Fendrel Duskwater.
Oh. Out of game, Fendrel told you invulnerable vagrant.
Yeah.
Told you what?
That's not where we're at.
He said Cobalt Soul at the invulnerable vagrant. You guys are at Wares and Ends.
Ah. Okay.
I mean, you could tell looking around. A lot of the things in her store look secondhand. There's some strange stuff hanging around, some hats. You see a wand that looks like it's almost kind of snapped in a display case up front. Some scrolls that are covered in mildew and dust. But you do see that she's got a couple, like in the back, it looks like almost like one of those tourist areas where there's various brochures of things. And you see there, it's like, welcome to Zadash. And it looks like a convenient little map. And like, here's some places to go.
Hey, DM.
Hey, Aaron.
I'm going to be that guy with a large bag of small change and ask if he can help me exchange it for better currency.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, you can see that it's like when you go to a smaller store that has that. Her cash register doesn't necessarily have it. You're kind of clearing it out, but she is able to get you. It might hurt her for the rest of the day when she goes to close out her book for the night. If she's just got like kind of a bunch of odd stuff there, but she'd be able to get you swapped out.
Awesome. Okay, so when you see a bunch of numbers changing, it's just me converting. That's all.
Okay. I don't think I trust you guys, so I don't think I have a mod that monitors you guys like that.
So yeah, I
Should
think
I?
I have
Do I need one?
3,000 gold. Maybe there's a zero missing in here. I'm just kidding.
I trust you guys to not be hoodlums.
Um, I will kneel down on the glass counter, start looking at the things on display, and say, "Is any of this magic?"
Yeah, it can be magical, yes. It depends on the wearer and the user.
What does this do, for example? And I point at the red pearl or the red ball.
It makes you look as pretty as you think you are. Some of the more magic things I have, I've taken to that one you mistaken me for. It's better suited in his care.
Vanity has no use for me.
I've got this. It could be magic, and she pulls out this compass, and it looks like it's pointing off in a certain direction, like no matter what way she's moving it. This
I-
always
Well, I mean-
points you to the nearest tavern.
Huh?
That's interesting.
How much for it?
I'll sell to you for 10 gold.
Deal. And I
All
get
right.
the drunkard.
The drunkard's compass. Nice. I like that. I like that name. Some of the other things you see some rope that looks like it's not like the 50-foot rope you guys are carrying. Some of the ends seem to be frayed. Some of it you see is marked as 33 and a half feet. Kind of just the bits of rope that maybe were cut off from other experiments or adventuring parties or what have you.
Is this a tourist trap? Is that where we're at?
No, she's just a wonderful lady that sells things.
Mm-hmm. Well, I didn't catch your name. I'm
Calypso.
sorry. Calypso. Oh yeah. Once a dog.
Are you guys new to town?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. And you see her, she grabs one of the maps and she says, okay, I can include this then.
Thank you. That's very kind.
Anything else you were interested in?
Just looking
Do you
over
have-
these knickknacks, is there anything that stands out at all in this store?
Roll me a perception check just based on first glance.
Do you have any of these maps for sale?
What maps?
Some of the maps she's been looking at.
No, the map, like, they're kind of like, it's like, okay, here's the Steam's Respite bathhouse, and it kind of tells you a bit about that. Or here's the Leaky Tap, or the, like, certain locations. Like, it's like different brochures on various places in the town, like kind of the most well-visited places.
Okay.
But the ones that you see listed there are the Archive of the Cobalt Soul. You see the Platinum House is mentioned, the Tri-Spires, the Victory Pits. It's kind of like the big tourist spots that people that are coming into town. It's got the Pentamarket in there and kind of talks about the most well-known shops, some of the places that people come to eat for various what's it, like festival food.
And what
All right.
do you know about this tournament that is going on?
It sounds barbaric, but also a good chance to make a bit of money. There's been quite a few people in town that have coming from all over. Whoever is running it, they seem to be sparing no cost. It's rumored to be beasts and adventurers and some prize at the end.
Beast?
Nobody really knows, yes. They've been bringing beasts in for months now.
But like, are the beasts competing, or are just another obstacle for the actual?
I think maybe a bit of both. I don't know. It's said that one of the high nobles of the town has been hiring parties to bring back beasts or something, and that's where they're rumored to be from.
Yeah, like Captain Bellamy that we met out on the trail. Unfortunate for him, he's not with us anymore, but they were looking for some cross between a cheetah and a snake, I believe.
Oh.
Slitherta. Is that what it was?
Yeah.
Interesting. That's about all I know. I plan on intending. It's supposed to bring the whole town together. Big event. A lot of new merchants in town. People. It's really becoming quite a big event. And Mr. Brigman is running it, but he's got some benefactor, a sponsor of sorts, that has put some serious sin in the game to really make it more than it is.
What did the 13 reveal? The perception?
Oh, yeah. You look at these things, and it does. It looks like a lot of junk. I mean, you might get lucky with one of the potions, but as you kind of look at it, some of the liquids in it look like it's almost two different liquids together. It's like you can tell that maybe it was filled with vinegar or water. It's kind of like when you steal alcohol as a kid and fill it up with something else before your parents notice. You get the sense that maybe they were full potions at one point, but she's mixed it with something to try to sell it off as more than it is. What? You never did that? Am I alone in this?
No,
Yeah,
it's really common. Yeah.
Okay. It's like, yeah.
Talking about like smuggling alcohol as a kid?
No, not as an actual kid. I mean, like, I say kid, but I mean like when I was in my teenage years.
Oh.
Which is still not good, but I guess better.
I didn't know people did that.
No, it's kind of like a swamp drink. You take 1/10 of each and dilute it by 10%.
Oh, yeah, we call those suicides here.
Oh my god. Johan is the expert.
Seedy, shitty pawn shop. You know. And I think what you said was kind of a good way of putting it. Kind of like a tourist trap, where she gets people to come in and then acts like she is maybe knows a bit more about the town than she lets on. And but as you get the map, are you going to open it up?
Yep.
You open up the map, and this is Zadash in all its glory. Hopefully, you can see that I actually have it on. Hopefully, all right.
So that's a Tri-Spire.
Yeah, that's the Tri-Spire. You guys are here. I'll put you.
Down that wall.
Put your guys' token about where we're at, off in this direction.
So the Pentamarket.
Yeah. This is the Pentamarket, the Intersted Sprawl.
Where is the Intersted Brawl?
Oh, down here. Sorry, I just revealed it. Whoops,
No, yeah,
I'm
but
on the
what
wrong
is?
layer. This is down here. This is kind of a. Sorry. It's just the different. Like I was kind of saying, the melting pot of where people kind of come together in Zadash.
Okay.
More than like the other various areas are kind of more for. Not segregated, because that sounds bad. But that is kind of what it is. I mean, the outskirts of the most southern part of the town are kind of the slums. The middle part's kind of that middle class. But the Intersted Sprawl is where everything kind of comes together. Sweating like a whore in church over here.
I could use a drink too.
So looking at the map, I assume this is the Pits of Glory?
Yes.
Are we interested at all in this tournament?
Well, we might need... it might need money. Are you? I mean, I'm not rich.
Isn't it like you go and you win, and if you lose, you just are beat up?
I never asked about the rules. That would have been a good thing.
Tournaments in the temple were like the last boy standing sort of thing. And you would have to fight your opponents without a floor, but jumping on poles. And if you fell, you would fall into a lake full of piranhas.
I've
And
never
you had
heard
to
of it.
climb your way back up.
It might be like that. We didn't ask.
Well, it's
From
not
what
until
I've
a couple of
heard,
days, right?
Yeah, I was told a few days.
from what I've heard, all the trials, well, maybe not all, but most of the trials for the people outside, and by this I mean outside the temple, are simpler.
Well, I mean, I guess because they want everyday people to be able to participate.
Well, if that is the case, I feel pretty confident that we could rank pretty high up in this tournament.
I suppose we have a pretty good chance.
And whom was it that had the tournament? Where do we sign up so we can know about the rules before we get into something we can't get out of?
It was Mr. Brickman.
Yes, and if you guys recall, the town crier had mentioned finding a bookmarker. I guess that was more for bets, but
Yeah, the bookmaker would certainly know, or bookmarker would know where the tournament is taking place.
Yeah. Calypso, you don't happen to know where this person is?
Yadika Brigman?
Yeah.
He's one of the highest nobles in Zadash. If anything, he would be in the Tri-Spires. Certainly in the Zadash.
Spire.
What's interesting is whoever he's brought with him. He has yet to mention a name, but he seems quite rich. He has been hiring people from all over to post ads and put up banners across the city, and I've heard he brought a few of his own beasts from different areas, rather than those around here, more local.
And you don't happen to know the name of this person?
No, many don't. Sounds like he's trying to make some grand spectacle at the arena or something. I don't. You know how rich people are.
Well, it does sound very ominous, if you ask me.
I'm sure there's other people that would know a bit more, but outside of the coin that I plan on making from selling in my little kiosk, I don't care too much for who wins, who dies, who anything. These tournaments in the past, they've occasionally gone to death, but usually it's just friendly for fun, to something to pass time, more entertainment. But the stakes and prizes for this one, I feel like it might get out of hand. That's my fear.
Hmm.
That doesn't sound good.
Yes. I'm just. a
When was the
pessimist.
last time there was an event like this?
We have a tournament every 6 months or so. Less now with everything going on. It's not as easy to put things aside and just go in for entertainment. Many people have been stressing and worried about things going on with those people in the East.
Mhm.
But I think that's why this one is such a big deal, is we have not had one for some time.
Yeah, there's something to be said to getting back to a sense of normalcy,
Normalcy.
to get people's minds off of troubles.
I hope it can do that. The Crown's Guard has been even more vigilant lately, stopping more people in the streets. They seem suspicious of almost everyone.
Hmm.
I don't know what that's about. I keep to myself as best I can.
Well, I'm sure they have the city's best interest in mind.
I think if there's a place we can acquire more information about this is the arena itself. How about we take a look in there?
Is that the fighting pits? Or
Bits
is,
of glory.
or is the arena not connected to that?
The victory pits are the arena. That seems
Okay,
to be
the victory.
case.
It's my bad.
Yeah. Well, I need to put on some kind of disguise then, because Brutus' sword is going to be there, most likely.
Well, how about we find a tattoo shop and you change your looks? Because I don't think a wig will do.
You don't happen to have some nice outfit that will make me blend in with the crowd?
Nice? No, but I do have an outfit.
Ah, in my
she-
size.
Well, it could maybe fit. It'd be a new style. I mean, your sleeves don't need to go down to the end of your arm, do they?
I would like to try it on regardless.
Right. She opens up this dresser drawer that dust you see kind of flies off of it, and she moves some hangers to the side, and you see this like orangish gold embroidered looking coat, and it's a big puffer coat, and it's got kind of that Shakespearean brim collar around it. And it's big, but Thorag, when you go to put it on, it kind of stops. The sleeves get stopped on your arm because they're so wide, and it kind of end up like halfway down your arm, and it fits, but you kind of, I don't know, you fill it out.
This is
And the
wonderful.
pants, they are the same color of the jacket themselves.
Well, I think if you put on a real all big hat,
Yeah. Got a feather
that could
for the hat
make
as well.
you. Yep.
I will look like a noble.
Sure.
Perhaps.
How much was this wonderful jacket and pants and perhaps
I'll
a
sell
hat
it to
as
you
well?
for 7 gold.
Yeah.
It's been sitting here quite some time, and it's not as nice as some of the newer trends that have been coming out, but maybe you can bring it back. Trendsetter.
Why not? I hand over the gold.
Kind of looks like when a bigger kid's like not trying to put on adult clothes, so you give him like a husky size, and it's like, okay, dude, we just got to get you an adult. Does not fit. It does not fit very well. She seems happy. She's counting the gold in her hands, and you can tell that she doesn't exactly get the most customers in here. And she's seems rather happy with you guys being in there. If there's anything else I can get you, please let me know.
Well, a hat. Or was the hat included?
I have a hat, but it doesn't go with this outfit.
Well, I'm a trendsetter, you know?
She finds this huge brim hat. It almost looks like a sombrero, but it kind of brims up at the end, and it'll fit and be nice, but it doesn't. The colors are a bit loud compared to the rest of the outfit.
But you see how the collar and the hat has the same width. It's gonna look wonderful. How much?
Well, for the full outfit, what if you use 8 gold?
Yeah.
All right. This is kind of what I imagine Thorag's looking like a bit right now. But the jacket doesn't fit fully.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait. I'm gonna ask if she has like any cool ballroom type masks, like a white mask.
No, I don't have mask, but if you wanted to go somewhere that is actually known for their clothing, you want to go to the Hem and Hue.
I thought the lady with outfits would have a mask.
Or-
But okay,
excuse me.
I will go to the Hum and Hue.
The Hem and Sigil, that's what it's called. Hem and
Him
Sigil.
and Sigil. I'll head back.
Yes, Tiberius runs it.
Well, I'll go there once we're done here, guys.
Well, I don't think there's anything that I need from here. So, anything else now that we have the map?
Not for me. I got my wonderful new clothes on.
All right.
Okay. So we can walk outside then. Do we
Okay.
want to go to the arena first? Or should we find an inn?
Well, we do have set in that Volo wanted to go to.
Yes, but didn't you also need to... Subutai has been begging me to take him to the Cobalt Soul.
Yeah. I would love to.
I mean, the
also as
inn's
well.
still gonna be there.
Well, I mean, if there's a tournament, we should probably make sure that we have lodging.
That is fair.
Unless
There
we
are
can get...
a few inns in town. I guess it really all depends on which inn you'd like to stay at. I guess the Leaky Tap's kind of the one that's been getting built up, huh? But there are other inns you would have on your map. I'd say there's definitely a couple inns that get pointed out to you. The Song and Supper Inn is another. The Evening Nip. I had another one down here. There's one called the Chalk and Whistle. And on that one, you see a little, it's got a poker chip icon by it.
Well, does anyone have a preference?
The less loud and crowded place, if possible.
This is a dash preparing for a tournament. I don't think you will find any place like that unless you have a private home.
Ah.
Okay.
Unless the Cobalt Soul will give us lodging. That might be quieter.
Will they?
I don't know. Who would you have to ask to figure that out? Who
Myself.
knows?
What am I gonna take over and say? Yes,
I
they do.
would say they definitely they have like dorm rooms. You know what I mean? For the wizards that train there, the monks and the order of the mages that are studying and work through the various research. And I would say, given both you and Subutai, you could probably find lodging. But it'd be like I said, it'd be like being in a dorm room as opposed to like a hotel. So not the worst thing. It'd be a bed, but you don't get some of the accommodations that you get like staying somewhere nicer. But it'd be free, probably. And quieter.
Well, it depends on your preference. Definitely, we can probably get some rooms over at the library, and it will be a whole lot more quieter.
Well, I don't see why dispose of that option if we have it.
Well,
I would prefer a comfier place to sleep since we've been like traveling for so long. Let's get like with ample space for beds.
well, it was just a suggestion. I'm fine. I will choose to stay at an inn. The what was the one we were looking for? The leaky bucket.
The leaky tap.
Rusty tap. Leaky tap. Okay.
The leaky bubbly bucket tap.
All right. Well, whoever doesn't mind the noise, I'd like to try to at least get a room at the Rusty Tap, Leaky Tap. Shit, it's
You'll learn it
can't-
eventually. That's
right?
all right. No worries.
Let's go there. So I'm gonna look at the map, find it on the map, and start heading that direction.
With Volo.
Okay.
With
So-
Volo, yes.
I don't know where
You
Ray's
guys
going.
walk
though.
around. Oh yeah, Ray. What are you doing then? He already left. He
Mm.
didn't even get a chance to say nothing.
Wait, I thought I still want to go to the Hue and Sigil.
Okay. Cool. So the rest of you head off towards kind of the outer steads where to find the Leaky Tap, but you head a bit more up to the northern part of the Pentamarket to where you find this kind of shop. And as you look inside, you see that it's a fan of blue silk banners, shades, polished windows where faceless mannequins kind of pose in this court finery. Inside, you see bolts of cloth and jewel tones, gold threads, silver wires. They catch the light like frost. And you see inside a couple people kind of sewing and, yeah. Would you like to go inside? Okay. I will pull you here. This is what you see as you come inside. You see behind the counter, kind of running it, this shorter, stubbier looking tabaxi once more, but this one's got brown skin. He's got a kind of long mustache. Another woman seems to be on the floor, kind of, her foot's got some string pulling out this needle, trying to get the string as far as she needs it. And another man kind of holding up a dress to the mirror, making sure that it looks about how he wants it.
I'm gonna walk up straight to the guy on the left and say, "Hey, buddy, I need a mask that looks like the same color
please.
scheme."
Okay. I had to make sure that my design was perfect. Yes, you need?
I need a mask, white with gold trim, kind of like ballroom style. Do you got something like that?
I will see what I have. You see him kind of rushing to the back, moving these large curtains aside. Behind it, in a moment, you see that it is just lined with material, all sorts of various bits of material, cloth, silk, different things. And eventually he comes back with this mask, and it looks to be embroidered with this golden kind of leather on the other side of it. So, yeah, but he has a nice mask for you. It looks to be what you wanted.
That is perfect. It's gonna match the whole ensemble. How much?
I don't know. we'll say 3 gold for a mask.
All right, 3 gold. I will give him 4 gold, 1 for the tip because he was quick about it, and I will thank him for that and walk out.
All right. Sorry, we probably didn't need to go there. Okay. Yeah, as you kind of find yourself now alone in this large city by yourself, Leonin alone.
Yeah, I
in the
was
city.
I was gonna mention.
Hey,
Like,
the
really,
rest-
really
Everyone
leave
else
this
can
guy.
work. I'm good.
The rest of you eventually you hear it first, this sound of drinks and clanking of glasses, and you enter into this rambunctious looking inn. And behind the counter you see this heavier set dragonborn kind of cleaning a glass. And you see a lot of different people about talking, having various times. You see off in the corner this group that all seems to be in these black masks, these cloaks covering their faces. Another group off that has heavy armor on it. A group that looks like they're barely in any clothes at all. The hardly a loincloth covering the groin, but you can tell that these possibly are some of the other adventurer parties that have entered in for the time being.
Mm.
So what are we all having?
But
Just water.
All right, be quick, come on. You see, he's
Ale.
kind of running up and down the tavern, just hurrying along. It's definitely pretty busy. Some of the other patrons that you see are not. Some of them don't seem to be handling their liquor well. They're stumbling about. The bartender that is serving food doesn't look too happy, but eventually he comes back with a water and the ale, and he said, "For you, what do you want?"
Ale. And
All right.
water and Macy?
Ale. I said ale.
Yeah. All right. That'll be 8 copper for the ale.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right. And you guys get your drinks, and you see he hurries off to go help somebody else that was already being impatient on the other end of the bar. But despite all the people that are in here, you're definitely able to find a place to sit. But yeah,
Was the
you guys
water
are.
free?
Yeah, I mean, I would assume even in medieval times they hopefully didn't charge for water.
Well,
I
given
didn't even
that,
think about that. Now that you said it, I'm just not being. I'm assuming they can create water. You're good. Yeah, he's not going to charge you for the water.
the damage for the. I was saying, sorry, question. I mean, am I like, it was how far away am I? Am I like not able to
You can say
catch
you
up?
got back
Or
with the group. Yeah, because I mean they're really not that far apart from each other. A couple
Okay.
minutes have passed. Yeah, sorry, I didn't even need to. We could have totally just we could have, you know what I mean, hand
I
waved.
always feel like how much damage I'm going to do to my character by being alone. Like, am I going to get stabbed in the middle of the street?
No,
There's guards. I asked. I wanted to make sure this was safe.
there are guards, but where you guys are staying, there are less guards because this is more in the outer states.
Well, I'm going to like, okay, real quick. Thematically, I came running in, kind of knocked the door open, and found it. Okay, guys, look at it. I made it. I'm alive. I got my mask. I'm good.
I think the problem is the main.
Well, I'm not shaving it,
Well, you still look as a Leonin then.
but maybe they'll think everything else is the outfit, and the mask is like me hiding my human eyes. I don't know.
Maybe.
All right. As you guys are sitting at the bar, you hear another person go to order rooms, and you hear that the going rate is about 6 silver per room. But it does sound like he is getting a little bit lower, as there are quite a few people in town, more so than there would typically be, like adventuring type.
He's going lower.
No, I mean the rooms seem to be going out quicker.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
sorry, I don't know if I said lower there, but I'm trying to. Doesn't matter.
yeah.
Sorry.
Well, if you guys want to stay here, better reserve something quick.
Yeah, I'll go up to the bar while everybody's, or while Ray is coming in, and I'll see about getting a room.
All right, how many rooms? I got about 3 left.
How many beds are in each room?
2.
2? Let's do. You know what? I'll do 2 rooms.
Okay. He says 16 silver for that.
Okay. I'll pay him.
Sounds good. Cool. He hands you a couple keys.
Okay. Go back and join everybody.
Cool. And you guys are able to get a few drinks, and yeah, you guys find yourselves now in Zadash, no longer on the road. Your feet probably thanking you.
Thanks for the session, Bo. See you next week. No, just kidding.
No, I said your feet are thanking you.
Yeah, but made it sound like it was like the end of session.
Oh, my bad.
I want to listen in on what's being said.
Yeah, okay, because if you listen, try to see if you can hear anything like that might be happening in the town besides just the tournament.
Okay, if anyone eavesdropping on some conversations, go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Oh.
I'm not listening for anything specific, but
Okay.
I think just out of just human curiosity.
Yeah,
is that what you
same.
said? Yeah. So I'm not like listening for anything specific. I'm just listening to the people around me, see if anything catches my attention.
Okay. Goreg, all you hear kind of is the bard playing off in the side. Ray, you pick up on one of the parties talking in the back, and they're mentioning how this strange benefactor keeps promising bigger prizes, but it doesn't sound like it's believable. Like, he keeps promising things that don't sound like he's promised land, he's promised riches beyond wealth, but these adventurers they think it sounds fishy. They don't necessarily like the sound of it, and the fact that this dude's not in there, he hasn't exposed or shown himself. Maisie, as you're kind of listening, you hear kind of a bit more about this black flow tangles, the sewers. You surmise after listening to this group. They talk about how on the eastern part of town, a section of the sewers are rumored to have been closed down, and you hear this room, like this table of girls kind of talking, and some of them is joking that it's a giant rat. Others are joking that perhaps the slums filled it with so much shit that it just exploded on itself. They're kind of just coming up with various different things, but it definitely sounds like it has put not to be punny, but a big stink on things in the east part of town.
Okay.
Con, what you hear is you kind of pick up on the bartender, and he sounds like he is kicking out one of these drunks on the end of the town. And this guy's kind of talking. He's like, "No, I swear, I seen it. I know where Virian's at. I promise you." And he's like, "Get out, you drunk. You've had one too many."
Is there a window that looks to the outside from where we are sitting?
There's a couple windows at the front of the door. It's like the center door, 2 windows, and then this room's kind of encompassed back, and it goes back, and leading to a set of stairs that goes up.
I'll try to look what the drunkard does after being kicked. If he stays there or walks off.
You see him stumble off, and he walks about 10 feet away from the bar, and you see he's cussing and flipping it off. And then he walks a little bit more and kind of scratches his butt, and then looks down and gives it a little sniff before going onward and kind of just stumbling down the street. But you see as he makes his way off more towards deeper into the slums, like towards the western part, like making a turn around the left.
Ah. I will approach the bartender and say, "Got a load of that guy, huh?"
Drunks. Hey, dime a dozen around here.
Did you get the name of that one?
That one, he's Nolan. Everyone knows Nolan. Big drunk.
Nolan.
No one believes half of what he says.
A regular?
Of sorts, before he gets too drunk and we kick him out. But then he comes back a few nights later. He seems to be at every inn and tavern in town, drinking it up. People don't know where he gets his money from. He doesn't work.
Maybe he just catches what is thrown into the sewers or something.
Maybe. But sounds like a very shitty job right now. I don't know if I'd want that.
If you can call that a job. So... what was he saying? What was the reason?
He's saying he knows what happened to that noble that went missing. I don't believe it. Sounds like hogwash.
Okay, and you say like every night he comes with another crazy story. This is the newest one, I assume?
Yeah, but he won't be back for a few days. He usually binges out, finds himself strung out for a few days, hungover, and then he'll come back. That, or he'll go to the other inn that hasn't kicked him out yet. And it's just a cycle. We ping-pong him across until he finds himself asleep.
I see. And I think it's funny, these stories he comes up with. Do you remember another story he might have told?
One time he was talking about this noble that's hiring adventuring parties for the intent of killing them. Sending them out to fetch beasts and things, and... Another time he came in here saying that some noble's daughter was into him and they were doing some rather unsavory things that I definitely did not want repeated.
Huh. I see. Okay.
Sometimes it's like he just takes what the crier says and repeats it. Sometimes it seems, I don't know, like he fully believes himself.
Just out of his mind.
Yeah.
Say, do you know how to play dragon chess?
Look, are you gonna order something, or... I'm pretty busy right now.
Okay, yeah, my bad.
You're fine. I mean, I would be more, if I had more time, I'd play, but you can see it's full house.
Yeah, it's fair. I'll return with my pulse. And I'll make my way to the table.
Okay. So what are the rest of you guys doing? Just sitting and talking for a bit?
Yeah, I think so. So just in case if you can't stay at the Cobalt Soul, I do have 2 rooms for the night. 2 beds in each room, so we can just double up.
Yeah.
Whatever we need.
Oh, very
All right,
kind of
and
you.
this...
Oh, of
usually
course.
when Fraud, we usually take like a mid-session break about an hour and a half in, so this is probably, I think, a good time to take our break and then come back. Because I feel bad, you've been watching like the last hour and a half, so... Yeah.
I thought he was the guy at the back of the Aragon guy.
No, his character's name is Michael, is what
Well-
Bo said earlier.
I've only been saying that because that's the only name I have, and then I called him fraud, and Johan's like, it's not fraud. That doesn't sound good. And I'm like, well, it's FROD. I don't know how else to read it.
No, it is fraud. That's right.
Okay, yeah.
He said fraud.
Okay. What am I saying wrong?
F-R-A-U-D, I think.
What is the difference? How do I say them differently?
Fraud.
Dude. It's like when I used to say milk. Like milk, I used to, for whatever reason, say it with an E until I trained
milk.
myself to say it correctly. So this might have to be one of those situations.
Welcome to the English language.
Oh man, dude. All right.
The American English language.
I'm gonna go stand in the mirror for 5 minutes and I'll be back.
And Fraud, if you have said anything, you are muted, so we didn't hear it.
Oh my god, I'm gonna shoot myself. I've been like, no, it's fine. Fraud's fine. And I'm just like agreeing with her. I'm like, yeah, that's just, pronunciation. It's like, weirdos up north saying room instead of room.
Room, yeah.
I made a quick drawing of how Thorak looks on his outfit.
Oh,
Okay, let's see.
Oh no.
I thought you meant me. In a second.
Everything's a little bit too small and a little bit too tight. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Pilgrim.
Damn, you made that during session?
Yeah, just now.
That's fucking awesome.
I'm gonna go get some water. I'll be right back.
I just noticed one of the background sounds is a puke. Someone just going. "Bleh."
I like the sound, but fuck, dude, that guy biting that apple disgusts me every time.
Hold on, let me pay attention. I heard a cork. Is it like very faint in the background?
No, I feel like it's louder, but now that I talked about it, it's not gonna come up, huh?
Alan?
Right there. It's gnarly. He takes a chunk out of that thing.
Uh-huh. Oh man, now I want an apple. Okay, I'll go to the bathroom before everyone returns, but BRB.
Fraud left the chat. I messaged him. I said, do you want me to add you in somewhere else?
No, he talked just when you were away.
I know. I heard him.
Okay.
But I'm just saying, that's why I was trying to push you boys to the Cobalt Soul.
I know. I'm not gonna.
No, I know.
I don't want
I
to be
don't want you guys to do
railroady
what I
and-
want you to do. But at the same time, I also feel bad because we got a new guy, and I don't want him to just be watching, you know?
Yeah.
Shit.
Oh, shit, what?
No, I just like my audio was cut. Did you guys hear what I was saying?
No.
I was sitting here. I was like, I don't know if I had time to Chipotle to go get a burrito. I was like, wait, I don't. That's stupid. That's a point. No.
No, we usually, I mean, sometimes our breaks are like 10 minutes, but yeah. Not long enough to grab a burrito.
I don't know.
But I
Dude,
feel you.
No, I literally looked. I was like, when is the last match Chipotle? And it was like October of 2024. I was like, oh my god, this is great.
It was?
I need to go. I have a reason to spend $17 on a fucking burrito.
Wow.
I mean, because I want like 80 grams of protein. Jesus.
Where did you order this burrito from?
No, I didn't. Chipotle. I'm This is
Oh.
a hypothetical burrito. I haven't gotten anything. I definitely will after session, but it was like, man, I haven't had that in a while. What do I want?
Chipotle burritos are pretty freaking good. I
We
like
don't
their
have, like,
chips because they have the lime in the salt.
Yeah. We don't have like a sweet green here, which I'm kind of sad. And I don't want Qdoba, so Chipotle it is.
Oh, I haven't had Qdoba in forever. I don't think there's any around here anymore.
That place is huge out here.
Qdoba?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it started out here. It's either that or Chipotle. One of those burrito. Those, I've always just called those like Mexican Subways, you know?
Yeah, that's really what they are, yeah.
I mean, that's pretty
We're-
accurate.
We're finally getting an In-N-Out soon.
Mm.
I don't know what the hype is, but I think it'll be cool.
They're pretty good. I can agree with the hype. One thing that sucks though is it's always busy because of the hype.
Oh yeah, I'm like weird. It's weird at all, but like I'm a big fan of like uncommonly eaten fast food chains. At least the ones where I've never been. I'm like, in North Carolina they got a Culver's. It's like, holy shit, this is great because I never had it. And then I moved out here. I was like, wait, there's like 10 other things I've never had before. This is awesome.
One thing
There's
I
all the
want
local
out here is
stuff,
a
too.
Whataburger. Do you guys have those where you're at?
Yeah, there's like one or two, and I tried it. I wasn't the biggest fan. It could have been that one in particular, but like it wasn't bad.
Yeah, I never had that.
We
you
have
have them
this
out
thing
there,
called-
Maisie?
Yep. Yeah, they're here.
We have this thing called Cookout, which is from North Carolina, and it is smack. It's like open till 4 a.m. It is, but it's packed. Like the one off Broadway is like packed all the time. So my girlfriend and I never really go that much, but I had it all the time when I first moved out here, or when I first moved to the stateside, and I was like,
Yes, Johan. I upscaled this image. Okay, so that's why the lettering looks probably a little weird there.
It's a nice image.
Well, some of the images I find, it's like, okay, I wish this was higher quality. But then you upscale and it makes words weird sometimes. Like, this is what it said for Calypso's shop when I upscaled it. That's why I didn't use it. Like, it just made the words all janky. Kaiden, are you back yet? All right, is everyone back then?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So you guys currently find yourself sitting around a inn, kind of having a few bevies. What would you guys like to do?
I'll probably still be staying at the Cobalt Soul library if they allow me to.
Well, me and
Okay.
Subutai will certainly make sure that you will get get a proper bed. I don't see some declining fellow monk.
That's awesome of you.
All right, so just the three of you are going then?
Well, it depends if you.
Hey, I'll tag along as well.
I mean, we have the lodging here anyway. I mean, you're not bound to
Yeah.
stay.
I mean, it's like still, just after midday. So
Mhm.
I'm not going to like stay in the inn for the afternoon. Like
You'd
I'll
like
have
to
my
be seen,
drink
my
and
friend.
go along with everybody.
I don't know. I guess my question would be this: I know that we're here for the town. I know that we're here to check out the tournament. I know that are we trying to be obvious about what we're doing or not?
I'm definitely afraid of getting caught because the slave driver that had me as a gladiator is in this town. So that's why I got my disguise. And
The awesome outfit.
yeah, and my faction's headquarters, or one of my faction's headquarters is in this town, and they are the gatherers of information. So going to them
Well, no.
and
I mean, I get your disguise, but I'm saying should we maybe just go out at night to do most of our moving around instead of going out during the daytime? I guess that would have us be less conspicuous, and would your headquarters not be open during the night, so it might be an easier time to get there quickly without being caught.
I mean, I got a pretty good disguise.
Yeah, I think that we run a chance of not finding out the information that we want, just because things will be closed.
Yeah, it's best to use the light, and I do think it would be easier to be caught by shady figures at night.
And we look the shadiest people here, but okay. Question though, are we still at the tavern right now?
Yeah, I don't think we've left yet.
I'm gonna go up to the innkeeper. Say, hey, buddy, I busted my weapon attacking some slimes. Can I pay you a few gold to have a blacksmith fix this up, and I pick it up later?
I'll fix that for you guys.
Yeah.
What?
Volo
I'll
fixed
fix
it.
that for you guys.
Why did I miss that? I still had it written down as it was damaged. Okay. Okay, buddy.
But
Question.
he does have some blacksmiths if you want to know. So
And not, I had to go for the like. I was like, hey, how about this then? If you see anyone coming in asking about Leonin, I'll pay you 2 gold to give me a heads up.
all right.
And if you hear anyone who does in the slave trader business too, there's another 2 extra gold to send them to another tavern.
Okay, well, you keep the first gold then of the person I keep out, because a couple nights ago there was a guy in here, bigger fellow, kind of like your friend. He's in here with some higher people. They rented out the bar. Seemed to talk up that there.
Oh, well, you forget that I even brought that up then, and I'm gonna give you 3 gold just to keep quiet about this all. 3 gold total. You have a good day.
Right.
What conversation?
I'm gonna come back and tell the group what the guy told me.
Thank you so much, Ray. We certainly don't want to bump into any of these people.
Well, if they already came and found nothing, I think we're pretty safe until they decide it's time to do another round of looking.
Well, I'll be safe than sorry. I'm gonna chug the last bit of the ale.
Okay.
Is this frame in here these same characters that are in this table?
No.
Ah. Because I see a guy with a green cloak, then another with a red scepter.
No, that'd be a little silly for them to do that.
Is this wanted poster this guy?
No.
Is the wanted poster there at all?
Yes.
Ah,
Is this the one Bolo?
No.
Okay, my only question is, does this chick have a black eye? Because I swear, like, this eye looks like she got punched in a bar fight.
That is
Maybe she
just
did.
an unfortunate event of the upscaling.
Oh.
I will send the real one to the chat. Which chat were we sending stuff in?
I'll take a good look at the wanted posters before leaving.
same.
Okay. So the first one, as you look at the top of it, it looks like a woman as you glance a little bit closer at it. It says Alira Vance, known smuggler and blades woman. Long dark hair, piercing eyes, and a cold smile. She is rumored to have ties to the Myriad, specializing in moving contraband through Zadash's sprawl.
Mm-hmm.
Illyria, you said?
Here, I'll send it to the chat. Her name.
Vance. Mm-hmm.
And the other one says, the old man, Karen Crow Dolst, an old highwayman turned fence. Hunched, scarred, and often cloaked, he's known for pawning stolen goods to the poor gangs of the West Sprawl. Though not necessarily dangerous, has evaded capture many times and is known for like evading taxes. And yes, his is more blue collared, but they still want him.
What are the bounties?
Okay.
150 for Elira
Mm-hmm.
and 50 for Karen.
Yeah. Gold.
Yes. All right.
And I will also tip 1 gold to the bard that he's been playing.
Okay. He kind of gives you a knowing nod and keeps playing. He picks it up a little bit, though, for a bit.
Does he immediately spend it in a beer?
No. He has like a little bucket in front of him that seems to be collecting and building up a steady stream of cash. It's not like he necessarily came here to drink. He more so came to earn a bit of gold playing.
Well, are we ready to head for the library?
Yep, I think so.
All right. So, as you guys head back out and weave your way through the narrow streets of the Interstate Sprawl, and the clamor of hawkers and brick over the brick oven fades behind you, a sudden clearing opens into Broad Stone Square, it's a quiet area compared to like the bustle that you've been experiencing, and rising from the center of it is the Valley Archive of the Cobalt Soul, a towering edifice of what? Okay, all right. You see, it's a dark blue-gray stone, and its facade is carved with these sweeping arches. And inside, are you guys going inside?
Yep.
All right, the air is cooler and is tinged with this parchment, candle wax, and faint traces of old incense. And as you get inside, you can see behind the front desk is a younger-looking plump woman, but behind her you see that there's this massive library kind of sprawling out that you see has different levels to it, and books seem to be scattered about.
I see 3 times the same person. Did he clone to multitask? No, just kidding.
But you also see, kind of standing there reading, a peculiar-looking figure that looks a bit more pale than the other people that are in this room, and yeah, as if you would like to describe yourself as they notice your figure upon entering into the archive.
Yeah. So you guys see this pretty like tall, pale and like kind of white, long-haired elf. He's not like covered in what looks like heavy armor, but it looks thick. It looks really out of place. Compared to like what you guys have probably ever seen in Wildemount. He's reading a book, probably talking to someone next to him, probably one of the Cobalt Soul guides. And he looks like he's not gaunt. He's honestly quite handsome, but it's weird. It's like what you would see in a portrait almost. It's like that's a little too good looking for his own good. He's like noticeably like entranced by the book that he's reading, and maybe like the conversation he's having as he's reading. And he's got, you know, a shield, a sword. It's mostly in like heavy grays and black. And yeah, he's just kind of reading off in a little area of the archive.
And you notice that these sages, there's a couple of them that seem to be surrounding him. But as you guys enter in, there's a kind of front desk woman, and she speaks to you and says, "Oh, hello there, sweethearts. You must be new. Don't recall seeing your faces around here before. Welcome to the Cobalt Soul. Name's Marna. I keep the wheels greased here at the front desk. You got business with the High Archivist, or are you just here to read something besides the Zadash Gazette?"
Yeah, we are here to meet Balsashi. Still the archivist there, or is it Lana?
And at the mention of Balsashi, you see this red dragonborn from at the top of the stairs kind of turn down, and he begins to speak. He says, "I am High Archivist Balsashi. What can I do for you?"
It is
And you see this regal-looking red dragonborn with glasses, and he looks scrawny and a bit more frail than other dragonborns you've come across.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you. Sorag is my name. I'm from the Rexcentrum library. I was sent...
Oh, I've heard of you.
Yeah.
We are quite impressed with what you've been doing.
But did it travel this far already? I didn't send it. Subutai, did you send anything out there? I can't be to gather us of information anyway.
Yes, I've heard of it, though. It was Elan. He was telling me about it.
Hmm. Yeah.
Yes, and you have returned with Subutai.
Yeah, and
That's
a
good.
lot of news.
Such as?
But it's going to be a long story.
Well, I've got time. Please come. As he kind of takes you guys up to a more quiet portion of the library where it's a bit more closed off. More up here.
As we go up, I will try to eye at what these around here are reading. Oops. Fireball! No, just kidding.
Okay. I don't know, I'll leave that between the two of you guys. Because normally that's how I like to handle player roles, is I don't want to say yes or no. I'd rather it be between the players. If you guys want to do contested roles against each other, I think that is a better way to handle it. So I will, if Michael wants to show you or read it to you, he could try to be deceptive or sleight of hand it away. Or if he, is fine with it, you can roll high enough, I'd say. But otherwise, yeah, I don't know. I'd rather leave that up to you guys.
Would you be hiding what you're reading?
No, not at all. I think he's so enamored with what he's reading. He's in like kind of he's not even looking at the what you would call scribe or monk archivist that's like next to him, and he's openly talking about what he's reading. You might be able to like stick your head around and see it, but like his face is in the book, like he's that heavy into it. And he's kind of talking to Archivist. So you mean to tell me that for the past 2 centuries, this is what's been going on? It's fascinating. And he's just kind of reading. So yeah, you can if you want to ask a question or two about what he's reading. The mere Bo would probably say something. It's not being hidden.
I'll think
Yeah,
to
I mean,
myself.
you can tell him.
Yeah, so in particular, he's reading a book. You probably don't see the cover because it's like open, but it is probably hard to tell from where you're at. But the context that like Michael's kind of speaking to, you don't know the elf's name. He's kind of mentioning like you hear calamity, you hear era of reclamation, you hear like really old verbiage getting thrown around, so you can tell it's like a book about Exandrian history, specifically Wildemount history, and just some of it might be common, some of it might not be common at all. Just that's the topic.
Being a monk, hence an eternal student, how much of this would be like known to me?
I would say that it would probably be pretty vague, the stuff that he is reading on. Just more general knowledge, as some of it is not super well known, even with the books and things that have come out since.
Even for
Even
The
for the
mighty
great and
Hamlet.
mighty Khan, yes. Even the great and mighty Khan.
That's a running
No.
joke.
All right.
Well, anyway, as Michael kind of is reading, he'll catch himself. Excuse me, I don't know if you have rentable sections. Is there diagrams I can take with me, or is there any sorry me to ask, because this is all just
So I
important.
really wish that you would stay, and you are rather peculiar. We love to learn what you know.
Hey, hey, I don't think I'm peculiar. I'm a history worm. That's all. This topic is really fascinating to me, and I probably should get going at some point. I really appreciate it, but I'll be in town for a while, so I might come back.
Please, Balsashi would like to
And
speak with you
I'll
first.
start to kind of put the book away and somewhat move a little bit away from. Right, I'll turn around and just see he's not noticed the weird crowd that's come in. And he'll start to just kind of notice that and see how, quickly he can start scurrying.
And you hear the Dragonborn from the... excuse me, sir. Before you leave, I would... Yes? Can you stop that one? And the little plump lady at the desk tries to stop you, but she's a dwarf, and you tower over her, so she's trying to stop you, but it's like when a little kid is getting in your way, so she is really not stopping you.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Hi, can I help you? I appreciate the, kindness and openness to the research, but I think I must get going. But there was a tournament in town.
Now, yes, but I believe the reason that they're here might it might correlate a bit with your strangeness, the rumors. I mean, feel free to go. I will not keep you if you must leave, but it might be a chance to learn a bit, and we could help each other. Help me, help you.
Rumors, and he's not angry, but he takes like a more candid approach. What rumors?
Well, we don't exactly know. You hail from far off
I
land. Has he not said?
Michael. No, Michael's not saying.
Okay.
Michael said, I think at most if they ask, they're like, "Oh, he's an elf," but he's like a regular. He might have said, "Oh, I'm from the abouts of Wildemount." He's not said.
All right.
But he gets a little on edge when he starts hearing rumors.
Well, never mind. I just thought being an elf, maybe you would know about these beacons. I'm assuming that's why the rest of you are here.
Oh,
Maybe not. I guess it's rude for me to assume all elves are the same.
as soon as he has beacons, does Michael have any context? Especially as he's been reading past, I don't know, hour or so.
I would say, yeah, they've propped up. They're a kind of known thing in the books here. But it's more like general knowledge and lore about them just being very old relics.
Cool. Okay. Yeah.
I am gonna say quietly, is it okay to talk about that openly here?
Well, that is why I invited you up here.
Sorry, what do you all have business with the dynasty and their beacons that they worship? Quite a strange.
I still don't know a whole lot about the beacons, but we did have a close experience with one of them.
Oh, you did you?
We're here mainly to report that incident and see what we can do about it.
You don't happen to know anything else in regards to beacons?
Well, I know that over in Jorhas, the dynasty has their eye on them. It's not my realm, and I tend to try to avoid the green as best as I can. But it's of interest to them, and with the war going on, it's they're like I don't know what's the word. They're like esoteric about it. It's some kind of it's important to them and their culture, but more than that, I don't know why. It's it's all I can, especially just, and that's from me reading context. I don't know much more than that.
That's very interesting. Do you know why you said they were esoteric about them, but are they religious artifacts? Are they left over from a far forgotten time?
Yeah. Hey, DM, so this is part of Table. I know a lot about it, but I don't know with Michael's context and enough that he's been around. Do you think, and from what he's read, is there anything that he knows about that?
I would say probably, given how far, yeah, you would definitely know a bit.
Yeah.
But I'm also I've changed them a bit in this world. They're still much of the same of how they are, but they are changed a little bit.
Yeah. And Michael kind of ponders. Well, you bring up a good point. They're religious artifacts to an extent. They, and you also have to think about the dynasty and the Kryn. They operate a little differently. Their culture is centered around a different religion than the prime deities that we all have come to know, and the betrayers. I personally, again, I've not been out there that long, but I've scattered a few times. Even then, they kind of keep to themselves. And if you ask too many questions, they get a little, I don't want to say hesitant sharing. But if you're an outsider, it's not a pleasant time. I should probably.
What place are you talking about?
No, the ways. Jorhas, have you all not been out? Well, there's a war going on, so.
Oh,
Also,
okay.
just yeah. Oh,
I've mostly heard them mentioned, and I studied their political placement in the maps, but I don't know much about what I haven't learned of the going-ons.
no worries. And everything from I know was mostly just, growing up in school. They kind of teach you this sort of thing, at least where I'm from, and even then, it's a little different nowadays. But long story short, like every other major city, you have your own. Some are, more worshipping of the Platinum Dragon. Some focus more on certain aspects, like the Wild Mother. But Jorhas and the Dynasty, they center what's more on what they refer to as the Luxon. I don't know really a lot about it, but from what I do know and what I've read, it's kind of this like singular entity. It's very tied to the history of their culture, their people. So you'd honestly have to ask someone from there to get more than that. But it is quite fascinating. You do have a good question.
Well, to fill you in the details as I look around, both to Michael, who did you introduce your name?
No, I've not.
You haven't? Okay.
I see this like pale elf that's been reading, and you've piqued his interest about Luxon Beacon.
I look at the Pale Elf and then at the Dragonborn and say, well, to fill you in the details, we met in Zadash with all of us and investigating on some peculiar matters that were happening in there. We found out that it was a cult that was meddling in the town and recruiting, more like kidnapping people from the town and converting them into these snake people, and very deep into this abandoned dungeon was sort of called the headquarters of this cult, and they were trying to bring back. Hold on, I have this in my notes. Or to not take that long, what was the name of this snake god?
Sahir.
Sahir. They were trying to bring back Sahir, and to do so, and I will reach into my backpack and very carefully pull out the beacon thingy that I have. They were using this.
You pull out a beacon?
Is it a full one or is it a
It's
fragment?
broken.
You guys have a fragment of one.
Okay.
It is a fragment, but the power that it had, we witnessed this ritual and we saw a visage coming out of a portal. It was close on time before the full avatar of Sahir could cross over, but if that could be done with just a fragment, I imagine a full one is much more powerful.
So, well, you've all been on an interesting journey. You saw a cult converting people into Yuan tea, if I'm not mistaken. And you've encountered a ritual to bring back a betrayer god past the divine gate.
Yeah.
What did you do to get there, if I may ask?
Just accepting people's requests here and there. This not Zadash, fucking
Alfield.
Alfield was going through a rough spot where some of their people were acting strangely and many more were disappeared. We as adventurers were hired to look into the matter, and that's what it brought. And Thora here and Subotai, as members of the Cobalt Soul, thought it important to report it back to the library, and I honestly don't have anything anywhere better to go, so I figured I tagged along.
Well, that sounds like quite a troop you all put together. Highest respect for what you've gone through. I don't think most people would get out of that unscathed.
It was rough. We barely got out unscathed.
That sounds about right. Well, lovely to meet you all. And appreciate the great questions and openness of knowledge, but it's the afternoon. I gotta take care of some stuff, and I'd also like to explore Zadash more, so I'll probably head out soon. But it was lovely to meet you all, truly. And if I see you in town, I will take note. And
did I hear you mention you were interested in the arena?
Yeah, and as he's walking, he kind of turns up. Yeah, I am. I was gonna go see what the rest of Wildemount's made up of nowadays. I didn't know if I was gonna participate or not. Seeing as how there's those weird groups with masks and venturing parties, I thought I was just gonna spectate, maybe place a bet or two. But yeah, I'm open to it. Why? Are you all thinking about joining? You all look like a motley crew. So.
Well, we pack more than we seem at first sight.
Oh, believe me, I can understand that. I just say that, seeing as how you all seem very well prepared. My name is Michael, by the way. I probably should have made introductions beforehand. Why, are you thinking about registering today?
You know the rules of the contest?
That's a great question. I don't, but I was gonna find out. I'm still back and forth if I wanted to participate or not. I don't know if they let solo combatants, but if you all want to go in together, I don't see why I wouldn't join you.
Splendid.
It's better to go in as a group.
That would be definitely a bigger chance the more we are.
Listen, and I'll be honest, I'm kind of a sucker for competition. I assume there's some kind of prize, and if I wasn't going to make bets on it, I'd rather be in it. So, hey, I'm all for participating if you guys are down. Seem pretty, like I said before, pretty put well together, and curious to see what you guys are made of.
A good challenge is always a new opportunity to prove to yourself what you can do.
Just out of curiosity, Michael, what do you bring to the table? What are your specialties?
I'm not really special. I'm just a humble sellsword is all. I can do a little song and dance on top of that and a little sword action, but, much more than that. There's not much I can do. He's not, deceptive. He's just not, leaning into anything.
But as long as you can fight, a little bit of a song and dance could certainly help.
And he'll look. He doesn't know the. He's not a monk, and he doesn't really give a shit about the Cobalt Soul hierarchy. I'll look at the Dragonborn. Do you know the rules of this tournament going on, and what any context to it?
Oh, the standard rules are they usually do some single matches, typically versus Beast, and then one-on-one, and then the group affairs. But rumor has it that this one is set to be special. But I wouldn't put it past it to be the same rules with just the ante upped a bit.
Okay. You know what the prize pool has been, so to speak, in previous tournaments?
In the past, it has been some homes, gold. This one is rumored to be even beyond that. It's being touted as some special prize, a mystery prize, which everyone seems to be chomping at the bit to get.
Holmes?
Interesting. Michael's gonna kind of ask again. With the mystery prize, it's so special all of a sudden. I mean, with the war, with all this stuff going on nowadays, is there like a benefactor to this? Who do you think's sponsoring? I mean, I assume your order doesn't sponsor things like this.
No, we don't.
I do ask.
Personally, if you ask me, I think it might be someone in the Cerberus Assembly, not wanting to show their face, but wanting to bring people into the Empire and show that even in a time like this, they can still have events and that their power is bolstered and put on a brave face, so to speak. That is what I think. But I don't know. We have some of our people looking into it, and even they're being very hush-hush about this. Brigham, he's been with a man in a entourage of sorts, but they don't seem to leave the spire, and it seems like everything that they need or want gets delivered up there.
Okay. Well,
Though I'm thinking land, maybe a castle. That sounds fun. I noticed you were down there reading something. Was there something peculiar you were looking into? And maybe if you guys could do something for me, I could look into it for a bit, and when you come back, I could have some more for you.
You know what? You've got a great way to sell me on something. Tell you what. I don't know you all, but there's a lot more information I need. Some particular things and gaps that I'm not aware of. Plus, with this tournament going on, it's kind of two birds with one stone. So, Mr. Monk, what is it you need help with?
Well, there are rumors that one of our ledgers has gone missing. It has got some pertinent information in it regarding some of our findings and things going on, particularly the quest that Subutai was sent on, that Thorag found him in the first place. It was researching this artifact that you brought to me today.
Ledger. Shouldn't be so hard to track down.
Yes, but if you wouldn't mind taking one of our mages with us, they have come a long way, and I trust them quite so. She is said to be one of the brightest minds from the Menagerie Coast, so I thought, what good is she down there? And I brought her up to the city. If you wouldn't mind taking her with you. As you see entering in this, a young woman stepping forward between the shelves. Her robes are a deep cobalt blue, trimmed with this gold. The cut of the fabric is elegant but practical. A thin satchel of scrolls and quills rests at her hips. And Maisie, as your eyes lock with hers, you recognize her. This is Jillian Hall.
Didn't even have to ask, do I know this person? Reference from the other campaign.
As she runs up to you, she looks rather happy to see you. And Balsashi says, you two know each other?
Yeah, Jillian, how are you?
It's been quite a journey, but it sounds like you have been on a trek of your own.
You could say that, yeah. What are you doing here?
Well, I was in Portamali, as you know, at the archive down there, as an apprentice with the mages, but some of the things I was stumbling across led me to believe that perhaps I'd be better suited here. And when Balsashi learned of that, he sent a word out, and a raven arrived, and soon I was whisked away, and I'm here now. This ledger is rather important, and I think that it could be a key to uncovering a bit more of what I'm looking into. But I don't exactly want to go into Zadash myself, as where I think this is a bit on the seedier side of town.
Oh, we'd be happy to go with you.
Mm.
Give you a bit of company and comfort.
Thank you. Well, in the meantime, I can tell you what I do know about the beacons. They're some of the oldest relics in Exandria. These polyhedral crystals, they're usually 12 faith, dark as obsidian, yet alive with starlight. Older than the Calamity, and older than nations, older perhaps than the gods themselves, if you believe in rumor and myth. The Kryn dynasty venerates them as Luxon incarnate, like this elf was saying here. Their god, their guiding star, the proof that rebirth and eternal light exist. In their hands, the beacons are sacred, used in rites of consecration that tether souls to them. When one of the faithful dies within a beacon's reach, their soul is reborn in another body, carrying echoes of what came before. To the Kryn, this is divinity made manifest. The Empire disagrees. Their arcanists insist the beacons are a source of raw dunamis, a field of probability and time itself. To them, it is not faith but physics, power that can be measured, dissected, and perhaps weaponized. Both might be right, and that is what terrifies me. It is whispered carefully that there are finite numbers of beacons left that are scattered across Wildemount and beyond, not dozens, but a handful. Each one priceless, irreplaceable, and hotly contested. When one is lost, stolen, entire armies seem to march. In the wrong hands, a beacon is not just a relic. It is a lever, a fulcrum upon which the world could be bent. Dynasties could remake borders. Tyrants could rewrite destiny. The most dangerous truth is that the beacons answer to no one nation. They are not loyal. They simply are. Rumors abound of their misuse, fragments that warp the weave itself, rights sold to zealots who do not understand them, smugglers and thieves carrying them like coin. Each one of these has ended in disaster. Shattered magic, broken minds, or worse. If a beacon were to ever truly be destroyed, there is no scholarship of what could happen, only fear. Wild magic scars, collapsed time, perhaps nothing is left at all. So I tell you this plainly, treat any beacon as you would a sleeping god's eyelid, with reverence, with distance, and with a plan for what you'll do when it opens.
I look at the piece of beacon that I have with more respect and a little bit of care to look at it.
Yes, and that actually, when I am getting a bit further into that research for your pale elf friend here, I will also look a bit further into that. I seem to recall reading something about that, but I can't remember specifically right now.
So, was it known that these beacons can be shattered into smaller pieces?
That leads me to believe that someone was experimenting with one, testing things that they perhaps shouldn't. And it makes me wonder, perhaps, where the other half of it is. Or if there's one piece or many, or who knows that you have this?
Only us.
Keep it that way.
You said the beacons are 12-sided, right?
Yeah.
Correct.
How many sides does it look like the piece of the one I have has?
If you drop it out, I believe I cut out how many. I think it's 4 that is on there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember. But yeah, I did cut out and make it look like what it's supposed to be.
Oh, okay.
Here it is. I'll send the 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah.
Mhm.
3 sides, yeah.
Well, bigger things are at work here, Balsashi. It seems
Jazz?
the road. We came across a secret faction of people that are setting up shop, and they were the one that infiltrated and mind controlled the town. And they were the one that had this artifact. Their leader might be Cobalt Soul, but we are not quite sure. Also, another man escaped that we have not found yet. I'm trying to see
Well,
his name. Yareth
Yareth.
Stonevein, yeah.
The road does sound familiar. We have dealt with them. They are one of the crime syndicates here in town, and I know that the Crown's Guard has been having a hell of a time putting a closure to the road. And Jillian speaks up and she says, I actually believe that might be who stole this journal.
Mm-hmm. Well, that would make sense. But how could
And
they
also-
infiltrate this place?
That's what we're worried about.
Is there a spy in our midst?
It's possible. We have been looking into things, but this is Zadash. People have spies all over. There's an eye, a mouth, an ear listening, watching everywhere. That's why it's important to be cautious with the things you carry.
As someone mentions the spies, I kind of like get a little like I'm still on edge from them like expecting anything about me. But this like there I don't know, to Michael, this wizard who's never met, seems in the blue robes, like there might be something. So can I make like an insight check or an arcana? One of two things I'm trying to glean. One, general vibe, but two, like, does this person got any maybe like glamour or like illusion magic on them? I'm not casting detect magic, but like, you know, I want to see if I know enough context, the way they like to hold themselves. If there's anything I can glean about them in that realm of thought.
Yeah, if you look in check, I've requested an insight check from you.
Nice.
Nice. You look at, he's kooky. I'm not playing it very well, but he's definitely kind of like a strange wizard. Like the things he talks about, seems a little goofy, but he's telling the truth. Like what he's saying.
Oh, I was talking about the woman. Sorry.
Oh, the woman?
Yeah. I thought she was a wizard. Am I wrong?
Oh, she is. She's like an apprentice wizard.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that was the person I was trying to like side eye. I
Bust out?
guess.
Yeah, no, she looks like she is here because of Balsashi, but it looks like she is very focused on this mission. But you look at her face and she doesn't seem to be like making any sort of faces that give off the instinction that she might be like bullshitting or not paying attention. Like she seems rather invested.
Awesome. Okay, cool.
Hopefully that was okay.
Oh yeah.
Okay. Yeah, and you don't detect like any sort of like outside of you do see this kind of like glimmer around her skin and her body, but you get the sense that that's mage armor.
Cool.
We got a few artifacts that we gathered from this cult that we have not been able to translate.
Would you like me to take a look?
Sure. You show us a bowl Macy.
Ugh. And you pull out the bowl and you see this mage hand come out and grab it. Yes, I have seen this. This is a sacrificial bowl used in many such a ritual that it sounded like you had stopped. Mainly used to mix blood and magic together.
Blood and magic.
But what does we saw that. It's all nice. But what does the strange text
The
say?
script say? It says, slither until you can be up one.
Interesting. Well, it makes sense.
And
See?
Balsashi, on listening to what you guys says, and he says, normally with things I would not be so worried, but there's whispers that the Aegis Concord has been sighted in the valley. They do not seek knowledge for its own sake. They hoard it, they twist it, lock it away. So be careful with the things that you find.
Yeah, we also found this, and just based on the writing alone, I am uncomfortable carrying it around.
It's a spam. Darren.
Ray didn't like that.
Nope.
Yeah. Ray said, no way, that's a bad joke. This one's kind of the same. It's got a scripture written in old Zahir text. It's much like some of the scriptures that you've read of Palor or other deities growing up, but it seems more devoted to the opposite side of whether, like, it might be good in a book about Palor. This one's more about like consuming the dirt and taking back what once belonged to them. And yeah.
I don't. I'll kind of look around at everyone. I'm, like I said, I don't feel comfortable necessarily carrying this around. I'm
We
happy
can put it
to.
in one of our vaults or a place.
I'm happy to leave it here unless anyone else has a desire to look at it more closely.
I think it's a great idea, Macy. These things need to be studied, and if they're as ominous as you believe, they probably should be locked up.
Well,
Or destroyed.
Yeah.
I don't know that it should necessarily be destroyed. I'm sure there's some knowledge that can still be learned from it. I just, as I said, I'm uncomfortable in carrying it around.
Understandable.
So if no one else...
I will say, Archivists, don't you all keep things kind of lock and key here in this realm anyway? Especially if it's in the realm of betrayer gods?
That's why they're offering to take it off your hands.
Yeah.
He's also saying that it might help him learn a bit more about how they were able to use Zahir and the beacon.
Yeah,
so
I'm
he
happy.
looks forward to researching it.
Yeah, I'm happy to give them both the snake bowl and the inscribed silver tablet, unless anyone else has a reason they want to hold on to it.
Oh, and it's a dagger. My skin is kind of itching right now. It's been a kind of a experiment I've been
You
running.
haven't been using this, Dorag, have you?
I certainly have. What better way to study something than to use it?
Yes, but perhaps it's better to know what you're using first. This is an old Yonti dagger. It is known to turn the user into a snake itself. One of the old conversion tactics is you literally shed your skin and reskin over with snake skin.
Ah, that explains the scales.
Yes. But also, soon you might have a hungering for flesh to...
But I love Schweinhaxe.
Yes, but I'm talking raw flesh. You will basically become a snake. You'll become a Yonti. You will start speaking like them. You'll start worshipping and thinking of Zahir.
Certainly wouldn't want to have a lisp. Are you able to take this dagger out of my hand? Can I just leave it
I
here
can.
with you?
I can do that. No shot. I imported actual Balsashi that I played with somebody with, and they don't have fucking remove curse. He's gonna cast remove curse, but how did we have a level 20 wizard and he didn't have remove curse in the entire game?
Because you're allowed the cleric or the church to do
That's
that
crazy.
for
We
you.
didn't have a cleric.
I know.
That's crazy.
You hope that you don't pick up a cursed object.
He will. That's wild. Yeah.
I'm not a cleric, but I do have identify. So next time you guys don't want to pick a first object, I got you.
Wait, so this Dragonborn is a character you played in another campaign?
No, so Eldon and Balsashi are two people that played in the 1 through 20 campaign with me. They're their characters. But Balsashi, by the end of it, became the High Archivist of the Cobalt Soul. So he's the little Easter egg here.
Oh, that's epic.
That's cool, man.
You would be able to get rid of that dagger. You no longer feel like you're compelled to use it.
It was already taken effect. Don't you see the long tail he's got?
That's from your
That's true, he
potion,
does.
dummy.
Oh yeah, did we describe characters? Did you guys describe your characters? Michael did, but I guess maybe not important, but we didn't even get there. Sorry. Anyway.
My character is as he looks in the image, anyways.
There you go.
Well,
Well, it seems fun and all, everyone, but I think we got either a ledger to find and a tournament to sign up for. I don't know about you all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our name for our group should be Fangs of Fortune.
Thanks of what?
Fortune.
Why?
Is that I appreciate the spirit, but I don't even know what your guys' names are first. All right,
I think our group
Hi.
name is
take it back.
I've popped up. My name is Ray. As I do a test thing with my blade and I do it really slowly so I don't mess this up. I am a fighter with some magic, so I hope I don't mess this up. As I kind of put the sword back in the sheath. Nice to meet you. Ray's a Leonin. His armor matches what he has, and his sword matches too. But he is Cowardly Lion, and he's getting better at it. But do not expect him to be in the front lines at the
He
beginning.
has a
of the
mask
fight.
right now.
I have a cool mask as well, a white mask that matches my armor.
Nice.
Never
I
met
thought
a-
Fangs of Fortune because I have fangs, so that'd be cool.
Hey, that's pretty great. I like that, buddy. I've never met Leona before. That's cool.
Honestly, I haven't met one either. Because I met some, but my mom found me in the middle of the woods, and I was like, the set of armor that apparently still fits. Magic, gotta love it. So I don't really know where I'm from, but my family is down by the port. They're pretty cool.
Wait, are your family not other Leonin?
Oh, they're tobacco.
See, that's something too. It's strange.
Yeah,
But-
my dad keeps reminding me of that. One day he'll see past it, but just not today. Or the past.
Well, I'm sorry
years.
about that. That's it's a work in progress, we'll say.
I was 2 years old when I learned that.
You never really asked, and I never really wanted to talk about it.
Well, you talk about your family quite a bit, but I guess we never really realized.
I am Khan. Uh, very much like Ray, I don't know my real parents, and I didn't really have any. The monks of the elements found me at their door when I was a baby, and they just took me in and just raised me in the ways of the monks. My fists are my weapons, and I might be young, but I know much more than many others of my age.
Hey, that's wonderful. 2 for 2 for adoptive parents. We gotta love it.
Well, my name is Maisie Waterford. I do not have adopted parents. Well, I mean, I guess technically, I was raised by my two fathers.
For 3.
Myself and all of my siblings were born of a surrogate mother. So we are all related.
Hey, that's like, half points. We're in the same category almost, but like still it's more in the realm. Go for it. Nice to meet you, lady.
Very nice to meet you. Born and raised in Port Tamale. And after a somewhat brief service, I don't remember what the word is off the top of my head. I served in the Navy for a brief period of time. But then due to some tragic circumstances, I was retired. My fathers have sent me off to become an adventurer because I could not stand to sit around at home any longer.
Mm-hmm.
And she looks just as her picture does. She is rather short. Apologize, I'm on a different computer, so I don't know if I have all of the information in front of me. But I think that she's like, oh wait, did I put it on my character sheet? I think she's like 5'2".
Goblin.
Oh, I didn't put it on the character sheet. She's pretty short.
All right, and then Thorad go, and then I'm sorry, I gotta get out of here to go to that fucking thing.
But what
yeah, you do that.
Okay. What about Billy? You forgot your best friend.
Oh, Maisie holds
That
up
was-
like this really like old looking like lantern that it's shuttered right now, but you can see that there is a light glowing underneath it. I have a friend, Billy. He was it's a long story. We can go into it next time, but let's just say he's always with me and he lives inside this lantern.
Okay, that's something.
Sorry, she's
but-
not crazy. You thought she was for a moment, but it's actually really there.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm 5'6", 210 pounds, so not like super short, but a little shorter, kind of stocky, like heavy chain armor, thick but well muscled. And she's 22. Okay.
Michael, in response to me, well, I appreciate you telling me your height and mesh, but you don't have to go that in depth. I'm kidding.
Yeah, and then you have Thorg Stonefist. So this is a fairly big and muscular barbarian, born in the Sirius Mountains, where the entire tribe got wiped out by a necromancer, and their artifact stolen, and then was captured as a my voice is going out. But it was captured and put into gladiator pits, and one of my arch nemesis is in this town, is in charge of the gladiator pits, and I escaped with Subutai, which is the other Cobalt Soul, and the Cobalt Soul took me in. And,
Maybe don't say that out loud.
Yeah.
No, Maisie
Yeah.
interrupts you to say that for sure.
And yeah, I'm very fond of information and gathering knowledge and going on adventures. For the Cobalt Soul, of course.
Very nice. There's the new profile picture.
Woohoo! Lovely.
The new token.
Nice.
I'm debating I might have to cut Ray's sword out there a little bit. I don't know if I like it poking out of thorax.
Aww.
Hey, huh? Where's the sword?
Yeah, if you look on thorax arm, it's coming out.
Kind of. Okay.
The banner,
Dude,
I looked.
that's the littlest shit that nobody else seems to notice. I'm like, fuck, dude, that's gonna keep me up tonight.
Banner, I looked like a thorax devil saying, "You should do it. You should do it."
Well, all right, guys, I gotta get out of here.